Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to these videos on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at the Sita One. You can find daily posts of the tarot cards on Instagram and Sita's weekly tarot reading on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Sita One. My name is Sita. I'm an intuitive astrologer and psychic tarot reader, and I'm here to share my wisdom and guidance with you through the energies of the planets and how they're connecting and aspecting each other this week. This reading is from June 12th to the 18th. Okay, this week let's start with Monday. Now Mercury is moving. It's moving into its home sign Gemini, where it's there for picking up energy. It wants to move forward. It's dabbling in everything, absorbing knowledge. When it was in Taurus, it was trying to Pluto. So here it was trying to reduce the complexity of the information and show things in a practical way. Now it's just here gathering information, and it's made aspects from April, late April, to Pluto, then again in May, and now it's moving on to Gemini, which goes back to April when it made some aspects. So what I can say here is that Mercury is the one that brings information, and I look at Mercury as the one that's able, the only planet that's able to travel into that other world, into the subconscious, to bring information forward. So you may, if a lot of you have been experiencing some crazy dreams, this may really activate in the next little while, especially as we move to a full moon. Now, the full moon will happen on Tuesday, and it will be in Gemini, and it will be opposing the moon in Sagittarius. And what we're going to see here is a bit of confusion, because Neptune will be squaring the sun, and it will be it'll be squaring the sun and squaring the moon. So what you're looking here is Neptune as a planet who is the imagination, who rules imagination, creativity, a psychic realm, nebulousness, so the media, and you might be really subject to a lot of fake news or fakeness from others, or you're misinterpreting things because it's clouding your judgment. You want to see the dreams happen, but you need that dose of reality to bring that dream into material manifestation. Who's going to provide that? As always, Saturn. And Saturn will be trining the sun and sextiling the moon. And so, yes, have your dreams. Mercury is already moving into Gemini, so you can pick up some ideas, keep writing them down, be practical, but don't move forward with anything just because somebody feeds you some imagination of theirs that's going to tell you that it's going to be a success. Allow Saturn to play that role of restricting your freedom, of applying a responsibility, of doing the tedious tasks that it takes to bring something into reality and to have long-term success with it. So this is a really good time to me at the full moon. It's an emotional, full moon is about emotional times, but feelings, but it's also about the end of a cycle. So what do you need to let go of? How can you tap into that imagination? Where does Saturn play a role in this? What are the rules, the regulations? What's your responsibility? What's other responsibility of others? Timing is also important, having patience. All those things will work together. So really pay attention to what's happening within 3 days of that full moon. What's happening next? Well, we never get a break, right? So Mars and Chiron come together. Chiron is about past wounds. Mars is the aggression and the anger, so just be prepared. This is where all your spiritual practices that I and others have been harping on for years, from the masters, Eckhart Tolle, to other astrologers and psychics, we've been saying it's time to be present. It's time to ground yourself. It's time to have good spiritual practice, to align yourself with better energy and better relationships, and to keep your meditation practice up. This is why. Because this situation gives us the perfect opportunity to look at what that wound for us from the past and could go back to past lives, and then to take action. Mars is really potent right now. It's in its own sign and it wants to move forward and deal with things. So watch it. It's anger. It's all those things that frustrate you, impatience, and how are you going to deal with it? How are you going to heal it? It's in a fire sign, so that's good for healing, but you just don't want to be outrageous with how you're handling it. So just be careful of the energy, but use the opportunity to move forward. And you could do something active like exercising. Something physical is always good with Mars, and that will help you move past that wound. It definitely is a time to take action. So as we're closing in on the end of the week, I'll just say that Saturn is still trining the Sun. And so that's bringing opportunities to easy ways of maintaining discipline, to follow those dreams and to act on things. And that's going to help you, especially with this Chiron Mars energy. So just keep that in mind. Mercury is zooming through Gemini, so that's going to have an effect too. There might be a little impatience. Mercury is impatience. But don't allow Mercury and Mars to take you off your path. You know what's right, and you know that very controlled energy. It's good to have feelings, but you have to have a controlled way of expressing them, and also to get them out of your system by journaling and doing other things that I've mentioned before. So just remember that. And as you go into the end of the week, you'll realize that the delays that Saturn caused actually will bring gratification that's long lasting in the end. So just keep that in mind. So yes, things are still irritating. That Mars has a real effect on us. Neptune is the dreamy part. We wish that life, we would live our dream life, but that takes time and it takes effort and it takes a lot of planning and discipline. So just remember that. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to these videos. You can find them on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Sita1. Daily posts of the tarot cards are found on Instagram, and the Sita's weekly tarot readings are on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Sita1. Remember to stay calm, stay focused, but don't drop your dreams. I'm not saying in all this energy that you need to let go of dreams. Saturn is not trying to keep you from getting what you want. Saturn is actually trying to make sure that what you want is really what you need and want. And the universe is speaking to you also. So look for those connections. Look for the repeated numbers 111, 222, whether it's on your cell phone, on your alarm clock, or you see it in the environment. All these are signs that you're on the right path, ringing in your ears. They're all ways of the universe and the angels speaking to you. Remember to take care of yourself and others. Stay tuned for next week, where I will have readings for each individual sign.